exchanges. That's it. This is not like money where the government keeps printing more when there's inflation. What's about to happen to this asset? Every Jamaican listening tonight should gather at the Bank of Jamaica tomorrow or at the Parliament House and demand the government of this country to buy that cryptocurrency. Somebody said, don't they have 100 billion XRP locked in escrow? No. 100 billion XRP tokens were created. They have about an average 35 billion XRPs that are currently locked in escrow. They release 1 billion per month, and they choose, and by they I mean Ripple. They choose how much of that 1 billion they want to let go on the market or re-escrow that amount. Like last year, last month, this month, I think this was this month. Yeah, the 1 billion that they released, it was only 300 million that was released on the market, and 700 million was re-escrowed on the back end, then put it back into escrow. Yeah, and they do that so that they can actually control the price, because they don't care about you and I. They don't care. They don't even care if you see it as market manipulation. Are they suppressing the price? Yes, they are. Why? Because it was designed for institutions. Institutions. And what they're going to be doing, do you know what they're going to be doing? They are going to literally allow a flurry of the catalysts to actually skyrocket the price. And the first catalyst, while they're doing what they're doing in the back end, what we call dark pools. Dark pools are where the institutions, banking institutions and other persons who have banking institutions and financial institutions who have an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. And you can find that also on Google. You can type in how many NDAs Ripple has. 1,700. 1,700 non-disclosure agreement. If I know this much about Ripple and XRP, you can imagine what we don't know yet. Somebody said you should be the Prime Minister financial advisor. But I did not do finance. And for the other persons who studied finance in school, I have a news flash for you tonight. If you studied or you're studying finance, nothing that you're studying now can relate to the current market. What do you mean by that? I mean that cryptocurrency is completely different from traditional finance. It's completely different. It's like a whole different thing to learn. Like, okay, so this is you. You learned about CUP in traditional finance. So all the years of your life, you all know about CUP. But guess what? The new financial system is now remote. This is not the new financial system, remote. So you cannot bring your CUP knowledge about remote. It not go work. It doesn't compute. It's a financial reset. It's a whole different ball game. So when you have persons who have studied finance coming over here to say, no, that can't work because no, bring your traditional finance education to me. Kind of work. And Elliot said, I did finance and economics. Kudos to you. But when you talk about crypto, it's a whole different ball game because you were never taught crypto in school. You were never taught this in college. See, Elliot, the same person as said facts. And he said that he pretty much is an economist. He did finance. It's a whole different ballgame. I'm telling you. You're right, my brother. My respect to you, Elliot. And this is why I would have loved for the government to have this conversation, just like they were willing to talk about COVID. They did everything in COVID to educate the populace. Everything. Everywhere you go, there was a pamphlet. There was somebody, there was a nurse, there was this doctor on TVJ, on CVM. Every advertisement was about COVID, how to prepare yourself. You remember on TV how these people used to put them track this person who came from England and they contacted their uncle and the uncle they contact and them have them in a quarantine. Where is COVID today? You know how many Jamaicans paid thousands of dollars because they were caught on no movement day? That's it for tonight, you know. What's it for restart? No, I'm just gonna close the live. I'm just gonna close the live. Can't bother with that. Someone said, when you come into Maypen, on the monies that they have stolen from this country, the things that he has done to this country, I am ready to pardon him. If he, alongside the opposition leader and all the 63 people who we vote for, actually secure some XRP assets, some XRP tokens on behalf of the country, he would have my respect for putting the country first this time. For putting the country first this time. I would actually respect him. Because you know what that would do? It's going to prevent a lot of other persons from taking their lives. Because we're about to experience the worst recession in the history of the world. Robert Kiyosaki been preaching about it. I have 3 minutes. I'm going to get off in the next 3 minutes. Next 3 minutes. I'll close exactly at 11 o'clock. Yeah? Devon Mitchell said, would you shake his hand? That's a very good question, Devon. Yes. Yes. If Andrew Holness was willing to do that, because you know something, Devon? This would now be a move that this man would have made for the betterment of all Jamaicans. Not just Labour Right or PMP or for their friends, but that would be a move for all Jamaicans. So yes, I would be, me to hug him up. I would hug him up. I would hug him up. Somebody said, be careful, Marvin, please. Can't be more careful than I am. I'm going to say this to you. Nobody can touch me unless God permits that. So if I get touched, I feel me time to get touched. But me nah stop beat the fire. Nah stop beat it. Alright? Somebody been asking which wallet best to store your XRPs. Personally, I do Tangem.